That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
It may not be until November, December, but, Powell opened the door saying, if things get worse, we will have to taper faster. If that happens toward the end of the year, that would rattle the market.
Unbelievable. Taper, taper, taper. Are you kidding me? Taper's not going to do anything. People don't understand what's going on with this market. This market, it was over in 2014. 2014. In 2008, that's when they brought QE in. That's when they brought zero rates in. That's when they started to shift the monetary policy. They said, no more do we care about productivity. We don't care about productivity. We don't care about investing in businesses anymore. We don't care about business investment to increase productivity, to increase wages, to increase spending, to increase the economy's economic growth. We don't care about that. Remember, in 2008, they did the QE with the idea it'd be 1 year. 2013, when they didn't give it up after 1 year, they said, well, we'll give it up in 2013. 2013 came, QE. Remember what QE is? QE doesn't do anything. Just like stimulus doesn't do anything. Except makes the rich richer, but it kills the economy. QE, stock buybacks, only benefits the very, very wealthy and Wall Street, the biggest shareholders, and that's it. It doesn't help the company, doesn't help you, doesn't help me. QE only helps the very, very wealthy who make their living from their assets. Stocks, painting, artwork, metals, whatever, exclusive real estate. They love this. They love inflation. That's how they make money. So this idea that we're going to taper and we're going to raise rates, it's not going to happen. Even if they taper, let's say they taper. Let's say they're doing right now $125 billion a month. They're printing $125 billion a month to go out and keep buying treasuries to keep interest rates at zero. So they can give that money, keep feeding that money to CEOs to buy their own shares, to push their own shares up without having to have profits, push their earnings up without having to have profits, which pushes their shares up. They've been doing this since 2008. So even if they decide we're going to taper $15 billion a month, what good is that? And this is what I think he's going to do. This is what I think he's going to do. Smoke and mirrors. Going to taper. He'll probably say in December, I decided to go in December now, December 2021 instead of 2022. I'm going to cut back $15 billion every month on the $125 billion. That doesn't do anything. He's got over $600 billion to continue to do what he's been doing since 2008, and it's not going to do anything. And it doesn't guarantee he's going to raise rates. What's $15 billion? That's a drop in the bucket. It's not going to do anything. See, they're going to play that game. So if you hear in December, I think I'm going to go a little early. I think I'm going to go 12 months early. That's a bunch of nonsense. Look, stimulus doesn't work. Everybody's got to get in their head. Stimulus doesn't work. It's never worked. You don't use stimulus to fix a boom to bust economy. Stimulus does not fix the illness of a boom to bust economy. 50 years of experience. Go look back. 50 years of experience tells you the stimulus never works. Go back and look at the New Deal, FDR's New Deal. It shows it totally. The architect of the New Deal, his Treasury Secretary, Morgenthau, he admitted after 8 years in 1939, he says, we have tried all this spending. Because remember, that's all the stimulus is spending with no productivity. It doesn't work that way. We are spending more than we ever spent before, and it doesn't work. He says, he goes on and says, I say this after 8 years. After 8 years of this administration, we have just as much unemployment as when we started. No kidding. And enormous debt to boot. No kidding. That's exactly what's happening here. Baby Bush and Obama, they did 3 stimulus deals. They all went bust. They all failed. They don't work. So why do they do stimulus if they know they don't work? Congress knows they don't work. Every president knows they don't work, but why do they do it? The politicians love it. They look like heroes. Sir Lancelot coming in to rescue us, the heroes. It's all for optics. They're going to save us. The politician's going to save us. But it doesn't work. They know it. Because, see, it doesn't work because it doesn't increase demand. See, what they do is they think spending is going to increase demand. What puts every economy into a problem, boom to bust, and the reason why you bust is because demand slows. When demand slows, when you're not producing, you're not taking money and increasing productivity to produce goods, and all of a sudden the demand, you got the demand, but you're not producing the goods. You're taking that money and you're putting it somewhere, like what we're doing now with stock buybacks. So we're not producing TVs. So what happens is prices, they start pushing prices up because companies who sell TVs, they don't have many. And we know there's a great demand for TVs. So now they don't have enough TVs, there's great demand, so what do? Put prices up. How does that help us? Wages don't go up, and if wages went up, it's like you get a haircut from the inflation. This is a bunch of BS. People have no idea the fix we're in. So spending, all this spending, print and spend, they're targeting demand. You can't target demand. Look at, you got it. It's so stupid. They're trying to spend money. So that's going to help the demand. No, it's not. No, it's not. If we don't have enough TVs, the problem is we got to produce more. That's the cure. Produce more TVs. Don't print money and go spend. And that's what they do. And what do they spend it on? QE. Stock buyback. Think about that for a moment, what they've been doing. And if you think about it, I mean, it's so silly. How would anyone think it works? It's just so silly. Think of it this way. It's like trying to grow the economy, okay, by targeting the demand instead of producing. You want to target the produce side. You want to produce the stuff to fix demand. But instead, they're taking money and they're going in and spending it on other stupid stuff, but demand's not going up. That's like trying to grow a flower by watering its petals. And I'm sure AOC and her squad would do that. They'd go water the petals. They'd go water the petals instead of the roots. This is such a smokescreen, this stuff. And the sad part is we knew this was coming. We knew this was coming starting in 2014. And nobody prepared for it because everybody's making a fortune in the stock market. They called it an economy. But we weren't producing anything. But people saw the stock market going up and say, wow, look at this. I'm getting rich in the stock market. Yeah, but the problem is it's going to turn to a bust because you're not producing anything. It's just incredible. Be back with some more.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Warning: Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so everybody's worried about Evergrande or whatever they call the thing. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The Chinese government will come in and bail it out. The real worry, what everybody should be worrying about right now, is that we're going to have the biggest crash ever. Why? Because, remember, the stimulus doesn't work. It's never worked. And we have all kinds of economic cycles. All economies have a boom to bust cycle. And you know what kills it? Debt. And after the 2008, remember we introduced QE in 2008? Soon we had all zero rates. Massive borrowing, massive debt. They're supposed to stop in 2014. They didn't. Why would they? They're making a fortune. The top 1 percentile. And soon, 2014, they start discovering 6 stocks. Just 6 stocks are moving the whole S&P up, the whole 494 other stocks. 6 big tech stocks, you know them. Google, Amazon, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, you know them all. Those 6 stocks were driving the whole stock market. It wasn't earnings, wasn't profits. No, it was just these 6 stocks. We had a full-blown tech boom starting in 2014, and the greed set in, and no way were they going to stop QE. But here's what they did stop: their monetary policy. They shifted it. They're making so much money in the stock market with these tech stocks by 2013 that they were not going to give up QE. They were making a fortune through stock buybacks. Economies only grow if you have a monetary policy where you're printing or borrowing money to put into business investment. Now your productivity, whatever, tractors, trailers, whatever you're doing, hats, motorcycles, you keep on putting that money in to productivity. You got to keep producing. That's what our country's good at, producing. Used to be. So you print money to increase productivity, to increase the demand of that product. If it's a Harley Davidson, everybody likes Harley Davidson, so you're going to go and you're going to take your money and you're going to borrow at 0%. You're going to match it with your profits, put them together. You're going to plow it back into the company. You're going to buy new machinery. That means you're going to produce, instead of 100 motorcycles, you're going to produce 200 motorcycles, and you're going to meet the demand. That's how it works. That's how a good country works. That's how it works. You're going to meet that demand. And when you do that, you're increasing wages. Because wages go up. If productivity is going up, and a company's making a profit, they're going to increase your wages. They don't want you to go somewhere else. They don't want you to leave and go somewhere else. That means you increase your savings. You increase your spending. That's terrific. So if you increase your spending because you're making more money, spending contributes 72% towards our economic growth, the growth of our economy. And we want to expand our economic growth. And how do you do it? Through business investment. Take in money, whether you print it or whether you plow it in with the profits, put it together and plow it in. It's always business investment. That's what this is all about. Also, when people are making more money, especially the middle class, they invest in startup businesses. which is the foundation of our economy. They're the foundation. And the middle class, who take their disposable income and put it into a new startup business, between the middle class, who's the backbone of the economy, and these small businesses, the foundation, you really got something cranking here. You got things are doing well. And here's the other thing that's good. You're increasing wages, increasing jobs, and guess what? They don't have to raise taxes. The Treasury doesn't have to raise taxes because there's more people working, wages are going up, so the Treasury's getting good revenue without increasing. And when you don't increase taxes, people get a good incentive. The middle class will start a business. Investors, entrepreneurs will start taking risk. That's how you grow a great economy. That's how Reagan grew a great economy. That's how Bill Clinton grew a great economy. In fact, Bill Clinton, he first increased capital gains. He was listening to all the idiots. And he said, my God, my economy's not growing. I've increased capital gains. Well, yeah, you're taking the incentive away, you dope. If you're going to take a risk, a bank takes a risk, they want some incentive. What's that called? Interest rates. They move rates up. If you're real risk, they move up higher. So that's how an economy works. But something changed. Something changed. This was a beautiful formula. And what changed was greed. When the market crashed in 2008, that's when they changed. They should have gone into a recession. They wouldn't let a recession occur. A recession's a good thing, because a recession, you get rid of all your bad debt. You curtail all your debt. You get your debt down. Corporations, individuals, they get debt down. You clean up your balance sheets. You get rid of the bad companies. Get rid of the bad companies. They're dead weight. Get rid of them. And then you come out of recession booming, creating 400,000 to 500,000 jobs the first quarter, second quarter, and then you finally settle down to about 250,000, 300,000 jobs. That's how you do it. But they didn't want to go into a recession. Instead, what'd they do? They said, why don't we just print money and never mind production, never mind productivity, never mind meeting demand. If they want Harley Davidsons, the hell with them. Let's not meet the demand for Harley Davidson. So what happened from there? I'll explain when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grande. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, boydinvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
The unfolding of a market crash. If you don't think the stock market's going to crash, then you got to be nuts. This is going to be one of the biggest crashes ever. Just because they're stimulating the economy, they're plugging money in, keep driving up the debt. No, the market is going to crash. I bring you evidence every Friday on my YouTube channel. I review the week and tell you why we're getting close to crash. So don't miss it. It's free for everyone. Go to my YouTube channel, Phil's Gang YouTube channel. And that's right, that'll be this evening. I usually post between 6 and 7. It's free for everyone, and it gives you a good idea. Every week I do this. So I kind of give the market wrap for the week, what's went on for the week, and the clues that we're seeing that why we're getting closer and closer to a crash. Now remember what I told you. You don't stop buying stocks. The only people who stop buying stocks are those people who don't have the confidence that they'll say, I got the confidence, I will identify when my stocks are starting to go down. I got the confidence that the market's just not going to drop on me and it's going to be a surprise to me. I got the confidence when that happens, I'm going to switch my position and I'm going to make as much money or more on the way down. I got that confidence. If you don't have that confidence, you should not be in the stock market listening to these dopes on the fake Business News Network. Look, when you got the confidence where you don't give a damn if the market's up or down or the economy's up and down, that's when you become part of the 20% club. Only 20% of the people who are in the stock market make money. Everybody else just loses. They all lose. They all lose because they're like cattle, like a herd of cattle. They all follow each other. Have no idea what the hell they're doing. And they're depending on guys like Kramer. Are you kidding me? And 100 guys, not just Kramer. It's crazy. And yes, there is going to be a crash because, again, why do economies crash? Because we have cycles, boom to bust cycles. And what starts that? Keeping interest rates too low for too long. And in this case, we got so greedy that we turned around and said, you know what? Let's not put any money at all into productivity. Let's forget productivity, producing anything. What do we care if Harley Davidson, there's a big demand for motorcycles? The hell with the demand. Let's take the money, we're going to get it free, and let's buy our own shares. The hell with the demand. John Deere, same thing. Let's buy our own stock. Why am I going to increase productivity? I can make more money on my shares than I can selling a motorcycle. Chris Kraft. Why would they take their profits, borrow money, zero interest rates, plow it back into new machinery called business investment to increase productivity? So to increase wages for you, where you save more. It may start up a small business, the backbone of this country. See, that's how wonderful this country is. When we used to take our money and put it into productivity, business investment, wow, magical things happened. The economy grew because people made more money. And if they took that money and saved it, they'd start their own business. The middle class would. Or people would spend it. Remember, spending contributes 72% to our economic growth. We have terrible economic growth. Terrible. So, all of a sudden, after 2014, they decided, let's do more QE. No more productivity. No more wage increases. We don't care if the economy's growing or not. Let's just keep growing the cash we're making on stocks. And stocks kept going up and up. Only a handful. All tech stocks. Everybody started to get into the tech boom, 2014. All of a sudden now, inflation is going crazy because of borrowing and printing money. Inflation. We're killing the dollar. It's going crazy. Prices. And why? Because nobody cares about producing more motorcycles or producing more Chris Kraft or hats or anything else. So there's less hats, less motorcycles, less boats, less John Deere, less everything. And so what do they say? The CEOs of these companies, let's raise prices. Now they raise prices. That's called inflation. Instead of increasing productivity to meet the demand, they instead increase prices. Unbelievable, because they're taking the money and buying their own stock. But this has been a wonderful thing because the stock market kept going straight up. And the fake Business News Network kept telling you that's the economy. What a bunch of liars. What a bunch of liars. You know how they're lying on CNBC and Fox Business and all of them and Bloomberg's? They're opening their mouths. You see their mouths moving? They're no different than this administration we have. Lying is the cornerstone of Wall Street. Lying is the cornerstone of the Republicans, of the Democrats. It's all about lying. So just distance yourself from that garbage. You've got to make money. What a beautiful thing with a rigged market. Can you imagine going to a casino and have a blackjack game rigged so you knew exactly what the dealer was holding? That's the same thing as in this market. It's a wonderful thing. So who's going to complain? And guess what? The system of QE has made so much money for, just take Bezos. Just from February 2020 to February 2021 in 1 year, Bezos in the market made $86 billion. Page of Google made $42 billion increase. Sergey Brin made another $41 billion. Guy that owns Quicken Loans, head guy, CEO, made $40 billion. Zuckerberg, $45 billion. In about 12 months in the market. Now there's a problem. Now remember what happened in February 2020. The market was already ready to crash. Why? Because what I just explained. The market was on its way to crash because we had high debt, high inflation, and we weren't producing anything. Producing nothing. But prices kept going up and up. But not productivity. So now, the market started to crash. But they were lucky. At the same time, we had this pandemic that covered it up. They thought the market went down because of COVID. No, it didn't go down because of COVID. It went down because we had tremendous debt. We weren't putting money into productivity. So we weren't meeting demand. That's why the market crashed. Cycles, boom to bust, always start with keeping interest rates too low for too long. And it just happened to be perfect timing. When the COVID hit, we were going to crash anyways because our debt was too high. We weren't producing anything. We weren't putting money into productivity. We had tremendous debt. Companies got debt coming out of their ears. They're going to crash anyways. And they did. And they blamed it on COVID. Now they said, oh, boy, you know what we're going to do now? We're going to print more money. We're going to do stimulus. We're going to do stimulus. That'll fix it. But they knew something. If you go back, look 50 years, stimulus never worked. Never worked. Stimulus never worked. The New Deal, it didn't work. Never worked. Obama, it didn't work. Baby Bush, it doesn't work. Stimulus doesn't work. Because the problem is, you're trying to print and spend money to attack the demand. When you should be taking that money and putting it in productivity. That's how you fix the demand. You don't put money into, you don't put money, and you just print money and buy your own stocks, and that's going to take care of demand. So what do? When the market goes down, just be ready for it. Switch your position to a short position. That's what we do here. That's what we teach every day. You'll make more money on the way down than you ever make on the way up. In the meantime, when they keep pushing the market up, buy it. But you'll have an advance notice when it's going to come down. Talk about that when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grande and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, to wind this up, just understand this. This has been the biggest lie ever. We've been lied to by our Congress, lied to by the Federal Reserve, by our president, by the Federal Reserve, by Wall Street, that we're doing the right thing. We're going to fix this economy. We're going to fix the demand problem that was caused by lack of productivity. And why lack of productivity? Because they shifted putting money into business investment and equipment to increase productivity, to increase demand for motorcycle hats and all that. They said, no, let's not do that. What we're going to do is we're going to, instead of print money and put into business investment, we're going to print and spend, but not put in. But we're going to be fine, they told us. And where did they spend? They didn't spend it on new machinery to increase the number of hats a hat maker was making. Instead, they took the money and they spent it on buying their own shares back. And as the stocks kept going up and up because they keep buying their own shares, which masked their losses, which masked their terrible earnings, the market's going up. And they were so smart because they were working with the fake Business News Network. And soon they're saying the market was the economy. And they're saying to people, look at this economy. Look at this, going up every day. The economy's doing terrific. Terrific. And people say, well, it must be okay. I'm not getting a wage increase, but and I got less hours, but gee, I can go buy a car. Doesn't cost me anything for interest. I can buy a wave runner. Doesn't cost me much for interest. So I'm buying stuff. Doesn't cost me. So they must be right. The economy is pretty good, isn't it? And then inflation keeps going up and up and up. All this printing of money. And soon the guy figures out he can't afford gasoline for his new wave runner. He can't afford gasoline. He can't afford to eat. He said, gee, I don't understand. The economy looks like it's doing pretty good. They tell me every day, look, the economy's doing good. I look at it. I see the economy. The stock market's doing well. Gee, I don't know what's going on. I can't eat. Geez. Because then all of a sudden he says, you know what? I'm going to have to do something. I can't pay my card, my credit card, and I can't pay my mortgage payment, or I can't pay my rent. I got to give one of those up. And the minute you hear that, you're going to hear everything stop. There's not going to be any birds chirping. No wind, dead silence. And then you're going to hear the biggest crash you ever heard. But, if you would just listen to me and sharpen your skills a little bit, when that occurs, you switch your position. So when the market's crashing, you're happy. Why? Because if you're with us, here at Phil's Gang, with our Pro 2 color-coded chart, and it works. It's patent. It identifies in advance whether the stock market, the spiders, or the Dow, or the Qs are going to start crashing. I told you already, turn around and just switch your position when that happens. I said to you this week, think of how many people have been chasing this market. They saw all of a sudden after the crash on Monday, the 1,000 points we hit, all of a sudden they're starting to jump in the market and they're buying the Qs. They're buying the Qs again. Wait a minute, what the hell's going on with them? So think about it. So the market, the Qs, the highs on the Qs were about $382. It dropped all the way down to about, I don't know what it was. It was around $360. So now, all of a sudden, they tell me to buy on the dip. Buy on the dip. So they start buying on the dip. So let's say they start buying on the low. The Qs, they're going to get rich, they think. Buy on the low around 360. Gee, today it's at 373. Boy, they're happy. All right, I'm going to be rich. But here's what they don't get. The only reason why it went from its low of 360 to where it is at 373, the same people who sold it short is buying their position back. There's no new money going in. We have more sellers than buyers, and the stock's going up, and they don't get that. They don't get that. And they're going to get killed. The only way you're going to be saved if the Qs can get above 383. We're at 373. That's when you start buying. Stop listening to them. You're going to get killed with this buy on a dip. Same with individual stocks. If you're going to buy an individual stock, you should be with us. We bought DDOG. First of all, a lot of my gang members bought that stock early on. They bought that back in July. Back in July when it was around, I don't know, about 140. I think back in July it was around, the low was, let me get it for you. I think the low was around $87 back in July. Today it's $147. That's a 69% gain. Now some members bought the stock around August 11th or 12th, and that was around $122. It's $147 now. That's another gain of 20%. But guess what? Even when the market was crashing, the stock was going up. Even when stocks were going up, this one kept going up. How did we know to be in that stock? Because we look for stocks that have relative strength. We look for stocks that didn't turn red, didn't turn yellow or red. Our analytics work. Now, take our friend Kramer. Remember, he said to buy NI.
My question is regarding a local utility company called NiSource, ticker NI. They have
Now there's a stock I want to own for everyone. Good dividend, fantastic management. Bye.
Bye. You know what? When he said that, the stock has been going down since July 16th. It was around $25 the high. And it's been going down ever since. And when he said that, the stock, that was on September 13th, it was going down. It was red, going down. And I said, I'll do the opposite of what he's doing. I'll sell it short. And it's still going down. But the one thing that told us and my members not to buy that stock, don't listen to him, because the color-coded technology turned to red. It was red. And it's correct. It's still going down. And the color's red. Just like when we bought DDOG. It's green. It's going up. Until you can get to that position where you don't care anymore whether the stock's going up or down, because if it's going down, you're making money. And we'll get you to that position. We'll get you to that position. Just try it. Look, one of the worst problems we got is this, why this economy will never recover. Because when you have a boom to bust, you got to make sure in the White House you have the right people. You got to have conservatives in the White House. Not these, what they call themselves progressive, where they support social reform, which they're really socialists, Marxists. And we got them. AOC, you know them all. They're not going to let Biden do the right thing. I mean, remember, these Marxists, these socialists like AOC and her pals, that socialist system, that Marxist system, which they are, is rooted in hatred and envy and revenge. You can see it in their faces. They're evil. And that creates a political and economic environment. There's power. They have this power over Biden. He won't do anything without them. And at the end of the day, they're hoping that this economy just collapses so they can turn to a socialist reform where they already corrupt become more corrupt, and they start stealing from the people who they set out to liberate. Are you kidding? But people don't get that. That's the biggest problem you got right now. What we should be doing right now, what the president should be doing right now, stop all the stock buybacks. Stop. Cut taxes, don't raise taxes. Look, I can't change the political atmosphere, but here's what I can change for you, your economic life. Join my gang free for 10 days, and we'll make sure that no longer do you worry about the market going up or down, because you'll make money both ways. Try it for 10 days. It works.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.